Most of these Ethiopian players are highly technical, meaning that the balls don't leave the ground. So you expect that a lot of injuries that come their way has to be in and around the shin and also the ankle.
Very true. That's where it's played from. Degu Debebe sends it onto the center. They'll start it onto the other side with Antene Guksa. One of the Guksa brothers who are playing in the Ethiopian Premier League. Now, two of them are in this match. Antene Guksa in jersey 26 and Cherinet Guksa in jersey 21, both playing for Walaita Dicha. And Gilbert, the man of the match in the game earlier today, Shimeket Guksa of Fasil, is actually their older brother.
What a way.
What a family.
Three brothers playing at the top level in the Ethiopian League.
Absolutely. And Shimeket was man of the match. He provided for the other 3 goals. He scored one himself in that 4-1 win. If this other team wins today, there might be a family celebration in that house.
Being a Christmas.
And a big one for that matter today. But we'll see if that will pan out the way they would want it to happen. The Wulqi'e city is a commercial city known for a meat dish that is called kitfor. That's the one you haven't tried, Gilbert. But I'll make sure before we go into the break, you must taste that one, kitfor. You know about it?
I don't know about it, Bernard.
I thought you're a connoisseur of these cuisines. You only know about kikil
and goulash.
and goulash and tips. You need to try kitfor now. Yep. So Cherinet Guksa comes into the picture. He's in jersey number 21. And then Antene Guksa, the defender, is his brother as well. Now, you know, the other side of the story is also true, Gilbert. If they lose, then there's double tragedy in that family as well. When they win, there's double celebration.
I can tell you.
Yeah. So they've got to work hard. And if they lose, it can be blamed on the family as well. So they have some very serious work to do here today. This is going to be given out for a goal kick. Walaita Dicha lost 1-2 to Hadi Hussaina and then won 2-0 to Adama. They beat Adama by 2 goals to 0. And Guksa scored, the Cherinet Guksa scored in the 5th minute of the game. And no, Sintaye Humengistu is the one who scored in the 5th and 24th minute of the game. And on the other side, Wulqi'e drew 2-2 with Ethiopia Buna and then drew 0-0 with Jima Bajifar. That's why they end up with just 2 points on the log at the moment. The formations, Gilbert, what was it supposed to be? Because there's frantic chasing of the ball here, as it is already. This is pushed out of the field of play by Thomas Simretu. He stops the... actually, he helps the dancing on from the fans as this one goes directly to the goalkeeper, Jamal Chassel. What is the formation that we're expecting them to bring onto the field?
Well, Bernard, both teams are playing 4-3-3 formation. They only have one striker at the top. For Walaita, they have Sintaye Humengistu, who has scored 2 goals, and then they've brought in Abdurrahman Mubarak as a top striker. So a lot of work that is going to be going on in the midfield, as usual.
Walaita Dicha will have the advantage here, playing it onto the left side. It's kept in play, but a lot of footing will gift it away back to the Wulqi'e side. Tesfaye Negash is the man who stopped them short as they bring the ball into the box now. You're already getting accustomed to not being excited when the ball comes into the box. Actually, the 2 lines of defense, Gilbert, of the Walaita Dicha side were organizing themselves in the box. Can you believe it? In the box.
Yeah, they knew that normally the strikers don't like striking from a distance. They would definitely bring the ball inside the box, and therefore the organization that we've seen so far on the man in green, Walaita Dicha.
The Hailu Teshager. Jersey 18 years, just dummied a striker here. And if you're a footballer or you've watched football, then you know you can become the laughing stock when something like that happens to you. Big boot onto the left side for Wulqi'e. And a big run as well by Ramadan Yusuf, one of the scorers of the Wulqi'e Kedema side. who will get a free kick for his troubles from the left side. Yeah, he was being trailed by Segaya Bera, who just pushed him down as he tried to turn back. You know, they're very skillful players, so he had already, you know, moved the ball back, and Segaya Bera didn't want to be left behind, so a free kick that has been given to Wulqi'te is sent off the field of play. It's going to be a throw-in again for the same side. Well, the defender has to run all the way back because he's keeping tabs on the very, very skillful number 10, Sintayehu Mengistu of Walaita Dicha. And that's why we had the defender all the way back into his defense line. Because you expect an explosive part of action to put Sintayehu Mengistu into a burst of speed, which is very good at. Plus, he's a very skillful player. I mean, he's caught from the right and the left side the same way, leaving the defenders and putting the ball through between the goalkeeper and the defender. Gonna send it onto the left side now. This is Walaita Dicha chipping it into the midfield. Yeah, they take their time to actually read where they want to take the ball to. Legudebebe playing with his other defender. That's what they want all the time, to pace up Sintayehu. That's what they'll be trying to do, and we know how devastating his speed, his physique, and his technicality can be to defenders, Gilbert.
You're right, Bernard. He's 6'4". He's a very, very tall guy, and that's very, very explosive. And with the Wulqi'te playing at a high line, you expect that they're going to be playing what we call a counter-attack, trying to put the ball over the two central defenders.
First card of the game here to the captain of the side for dissent. And I think it's usually a very, very strong message when the referee does card the captain, telling him, I don't want that kind of game here. Here it is, just pushing from behind and chipping off the feet of Yaret Tadese. You know, they also know each other very well, so they know who the danger players are, and if you can trim them down early enough, they are not afraid to do that. Sintayehu then heads the ball forward a bit. The attempt to send it onto the right side doesn't work out, but you can see the intention. You can see what they wanted to do, Gilbert.
They want to play the balls over the two central defenders to allow Sintayehu Mengistu to make those beautiful runs that we've seen him make in previous games.
Again, not to get excited when the ball gets into the box. It's never yet time for the strike. You have to wait a little bit until you see the real action going in there. Some of these goals have already, in my mind, qualified for some of the most difficult moments in football, where there are so many touches, you don't know what to say about what until the ball goes into the net. And beautiful touches for that matter. Oh, again, you see the plan. It was to have somebody on the left to create the space on that side, run into that space, and then open it up and try and bring the cross. The fans know exactly how it was going to go. It just, for a moment, doesn't do exactly what they expected. It's going to be a throw-in that will be given to this side. It goes out of the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. You'd have expected these two teams, especially when they meet at home, Gilbert, to attract a massive, big number of fans, because they all come from the same area, I am told.
Yeah, and it's a derby for them. Too much respect that they are according each other so far in this particular game this afternoon.
Southeast of Ethiopia is where they come from. So 200 kilometers and the other one 250 kilometers. So depending on who's enjoying the day, you know, one could be left crying 50 kilometers away, or one could be left celebrating 50 kilometers away. Oh, this one, he went all with his hands, and just a little bit of a big tackle here that's coming off Idris Said, and it brings the midfielder Behailu Tesheker down onto the floor. I wonder why he gets so frantic so early, Gilbert.
Well, it's because of what you've spoken. I mean, both teams coming from the southern region of this country, and it being a local derby, they do know each other, they're sizing each other, they know that the ball has to be won in the midfield, and therefore whoever moves the ball a little bit much quicker and exploit the spaces left behind, either on the left or right hand side, should be able to run this game. Another beautiful.
No, what did you want to say, Gilbert?
Another beautiful.
No, I'm just thinking the southeast of Ethiopia is very beautiful. What were you going to say, Gilbert?
Another beautiful afternoon.
Oh, another beautiful afternoon, yeah. In
Very
the
colorful.
southeast of Ethiopia, it's a beautiful place, especially with the luminous colors. It becomes even more beautiful on that side. There's going to be a throw-in for... Well, we had that at distance. And it's a foul here, but there was a high boot there. And an open boot, you might say, as well. And I can tell you that Mesai Agenyehu went right into it. No, that's a foul. No doubt about it. Abdul Karim Warku had his boot just too high up. The referee ignored it and let play continue. But those are the kind of tackles that usually do end careers in football. The big one towards the goalkeeper, picks it up, starts a quick build-up on the side. And that magic medicine that usually heals players very quickly has healed the number 27, Mesai Agenyehu, even as another player goes down to the ground, and the referee has got another player booked now. It should be Idris Said. I'm wondering why he's going to be playing so hard, Idris Said. He's been yellow carded. Idris Said has worked so well for this team. I think he scored the second goal. He scored, did he? No, he didn't. But I think he could have scored earlier on. But this one is so deliberate for no reason at all, Gilbert.
Yeah, he
so
actually
deliberate.
pushes Ramadan Yusuf to the ground. Ramadan Yusuf has been very, very explosive, especially on the left-hand side as a wing-back. And therefore, Idris Said realizes that he needs to put some checks on him.
Yeah, but they have to be legal checks, Gilbert. He can't just put checks. He simply just pushed him off the ball. And I know it's a derby, I understand, yes. But, you know, the anxious of it, the anxiety of it is just too much. Yeah, they are singing and dancing and enjoying themselves on the side stands to try and inspire their team on. And we got a man on the ground on the field who's also being attended to. So, do you think they're singing similar songs because they come from the same area? They might be having a little bit of similarity in tune and also in content of the game, or is it totally different?
I think the content should be different. The tune could be the same.
They should come up with original songs as well. Now Wulqi'e really not controlling the balls and game in the Ethiopian Premier League. Loss of possession is everything because they build it all the way towards the goal areas every time. It's going to be a free kick that will be given to Walaita Dicha. 10 fouls so far in just about 19 minutes played here. Referee says move it back. So it's Karen Ngida. Very, very strict Mr. Ngida. As Degu Debebe pushes it onto the left side for the Walaita Dicha side. This is cut out for a throw-in. Safety first. Oh, it goes out for a corner then. The corner flag helps it out for a corner. And they're all tagging on to Sintayehu Mengistu. He's the tallest of the players in that box and he's a dangerous one as well. But he also turns into a decoy because he runs forward as the ball goes behind him. It's headed out by Thomas Simretu. The flag is up for offside. It's going to be a free kick that will be given to Wulqi'e. No dangerous moves as yet, Gilbert.
Not dangerous.
And I see you looking very intently on what's going on there. What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm looking at Wulqi'e's side that is defending so deep, meaning that they want to try and hit on the counter. as compared to Walaita, who want to move the ball around and try and find those spaces, little spaces, using intricate passes. So a highly technical Walaita and highly tactical Wulqi'e.
And a very many kung fu like tackles as well going up here. This one has been penalized on Abdurrahman Mubarak. He was closest to Degu Debebe. Almost caught him with his studs on the face. As Walaita got a build up on the left side. Agenyehu brings a cross, just too long. It's something in between a cross and a shot towards goal. So nobody rushes for it. It goes out for a goal kick. That has been started very quickly by Wulqi'e. Sun is going down on this other side, so occasionally you're going to feel like it's in your eyes when it's shining on the banners that are farthest to us at the center of the field. Oh, a blunder here as Mengistu picks up the loose ball, tries to bring it in with Idris Said, who was running in there. It's been cut off in the nick of time. Thomas was there.
Well, those are mistakes that need to be punished, because he got the ball in a very prime position.
It is another attack that again is deflected out for a corner. It's going to be a chance for the Walaita Dicha side to push further. They are the ones who are pushing. They've gotten the two corners that we have in this game are all in their favor. Lifted high up. They are not tall, except for Mengistu and one other defender. They're not using those high balls. I don't think it would work for them at all. A lot of tackling down to try and pick up position here. Yeah, a lot of pushing here, and I can tell you as well that Tsegai Abera equally was involved in the tugging and pushing. I mean, he reacted back to what was happening to him.
Yes, you're right.
And that's how he freed himself there.
The tall guy. That's a prime position, not in yards.
Please.
To calculate in
Thank you
meters.
very much, Gilbert. Merry Christmas to you. I think it's a Christmas
45
gift
meters.
to start counting in the meters. It's going to go out and for a goal kick. The two strikers on the left side don't follow it. Or let's put it the other way around. The two strikers on the left side are slow to get onto that ball. And it evades all of them. She's going to go out of the field of play for a goal kick that has been taken already forward. Wulqi'e with three men trying to make themselves available. They've got a very good option out on the right side if they can actually get it. And this man, Sefai Negash, was originally left on the bench and then included later on. It was a late change in the game. That's the man we're talking about, rushing for that ball. Negash controls it and forces the defender Mesai Agenyehu into an error to push it off the field of play for a throw-in. It's going to be for the Wulqi'e side. There was an extra football on the field of play. And you know what that means. The play has to be stopped when that happens. Pushed into the last man's position, and he's obviously being very careful not to be caught by anyone, so he just quickly rushes out of his area. Very hard tackling, Gilbert. Very hard tackling. You remember Freo Solomon in the Jersey 13, looking like he's got all the experience in the world and very fast running, very good dribbler. He's tackled down by Messiah Genyehu. And in this instance, he can't keep his footing at all.
He can't. They're trying to deny them from getting closer to their goal, and a lot of football just being played around the mid-section of the field.
They're also trying to open it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, the referee lets that go. I mean, why would he want to let that go, Gilbert?
He thinks that it's a simulation.
No.
But that was a bold hit.
Let's see what Mr. Keren Ngida will say here. But you and me can see it again. He's just been pushed off the ball.
That is a foul. That is a foul.
And Abdul Karim Warku has been lifted off the ground basically in that tackle.
That is a foul.
Surely that's a foul. That's charging.
They call it body check.
Yeah.
But, the intention was not right.
And look at his foot.
Yes, the intention was not right.
I wonder how that is left to pass in a game. The player could get injured for life. In any case, he was in possession of the ball as well.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Karen Ngida should have given a foul for that. And I've seen another one as well, which he ignored on the left side of the field, which I also do think should have been whistled for. A foul throw here. It's going to be given to the Walaita Dicha side. You know, I sometimes think that we're being unfairly harsh in our criticism, but surely he just pushed into that player. That's a foul throw by Negash. You see him lifting his heels, Gilbert, as he's giving that throw in. It's a long time since we saw foul throws, but I think players sometimes just forget and they become complacent. 26 minutes of play gone by. The scoreline is 0-0. It's the derby between Walaita Dicha and Wulqi'ta Ketema. If you like, you can call it the Southeast Ethiopia derby. The two teams coming from just about 50 kilometers apart in the southeastern part of the Federal Republic of Ethiopia. As Negash tries to pick it up. Going to be some quick interception here that denies them the chance. Messiah Genyehu trying to get it back to his defenders. Just back into the midfield. They play in the smallest of places, Gilbert, passing, the ball in the tiniest. Ferrao, he had seen the goalkeeper off his line and tries to chip him. I told you, you look at his face and the way he's running the ball, and you know there's experience in this man.
Very intelligent. Very intelligent. He's actually an ex-international. And look at that distance. The goalkeeper is way off his line. It's only that the accuracy was not there from Freo Solomon.
Yeah, it evades him in terms of the accuracy. But in terms of the intention, he knows exactly what he wanted to do. But they've sized each other enough now to know which areas they can be using. That's Fireo again. Well, he gives a good ball. That should have been controlled by Yared Tadese. But for some reason, Tadese lets it roll past. And it's picked up by Walaita Dicha.
All this game, Bernard has failed short of what we expected. We expected some explosiveness, especially in the final third.
This is Negash out on the right side. The ball develops a mind of its own. Negash can't bring it down, to control it, to bring it down, to give a good cross there. So there's nothing else he could have done there. He tried his best. It's how he takes it though, with the top of his boot. He should have taken it with the side of the boot to push it, but with the top it goes over. And he gives away a goal kick for the Walaita Dicha side. The one thing that we know, Gilbert, is that there'll be a lot of transition. It gets to this end, goes to the other end. And there's a way they discuss, they define what Messiah Genyehu has just done. When you try to stop the ball and you suddenly find you're stepping at nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarity in the way both teams are playing. Pushing up in numbers and also defending in numbers. Look at the number of greens in their own half. Meaning that the tactic is, once you lose the ball, get back as quickly as possible.
And they are getting back as quickly as possible, but they're losing it so often. There's a foul that is said to have been committed by Behailu Teshaker. That's it. So 16 fouls here. And then Mengistu comes into the picture again. He's being assisted by Tsegai Birhanu in the attack. They're fizzling out. All the attacks that are going towards the right side are fizzling out. Could there be a similarity? No, you already said, Gilbert, there is a similarity. But could the similarity then be the one cancelling out the moves on either side? They're getting as close as just at the edge of the box, and then transition happens again. Mengistu. Referee says nothing doing here. I would like to see exactly what happens again. This is going to be a fight here, honestly. The referee does not control this. There's going to be a fight here. No, here I think Mengistu was going to pick up possession here. The only thing is he doesn't have possession yet, has not touched the ball. But that's an obvious push there.
It's an obvious push.
Obvious. But if he had a touch on that ball,
it should have been a penalty.
Then this man, Tesfaye Negash, would have been in trouble. But the referee has got to be categorical on what he's doing. Some fouls will really need to have been, will need to be cut down. Chance for Wulqi'e, very big cross. Fireu Solomon is running for it, keeps it in play. He will need support as well. Well, he tried to turn his man around and just couldn't do it. This has been given as a foul on the man in jersey number 6, Elias Ahmed. I don't know what you have to say about this girl, but that is obviously a foul as well. But two that were worse than that have not been given.
Yeah, he was trying to do what we call a step over. But again, as you have said, these two teams know each other very well. And look at the possession. A lot of work being done on in the midfield, and especially on Wulqi'e's side. There's been a lot of action as compared to the 27% on Walaita.
Yeah, I think they're bringing the ball a lot on this side, but they haven't gotten anything out of it. Because after field of play, it's going to be a throw-in. This is going to be for the Walaita Dicha side. Good ball through now to Fireu Solomon. He's trying to go through his the man who's accosting him, Degu Debebe, and he was unable to. A good ball down on the right side now. And they will be looking for Mengistu. Can't lift it to Mengistu. Interception by Dagim Nigusie sends it off the field of play. Again, it becomes very obvious if they are targeting Mengistu all the time. Sometimes there's no other way of doing it. Bereket Walde plays it back to his defender. It's pushed again down onto the left side. And good take by Chedinet Guksa. His brother is defending well, and Guksa himself wants to be striking well. Messiah Genyehu, but it goes directly to the goalkeeper. And not really weaving it nicely up at the front, Gilbert.
Going very well through the lines from the defense through the midfield, but as soon as they get to the final third, where you expect absolute passing, the deliveries has been very, very, very poor on both sides.
Got to play on the ground, and Wulqi'e know they should take the ball off the field of play. Ultimately, that happens through the courtesy of Abdul Karim Warku, so that Ramadan can get some medication. This is the one with Mengistu having been pulled off the ball. I think he didn't have possession.
None of them had.
Didn't have possession of the ball. So it's a 50-50 challenge, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think also Sintayehu Mengistu just went a little bit too far off. But we got to play on the ground, Gilbert. What happened here? What do you think the coach is discussing here with Fireu?
Ramadan Joseph has had a lot of problems, especially on the right-hand side, where Tesgai Berhane has been playing straight. A lot of pressure that is going on.
No, he had somebody just bump into him, and he lost his footing. Tegaya Bera simply pushed onto Ramadan Yusuf, and he's on the ground at the moment. So he's walked off the field of play, and play will continue. It's going to be given back to the Wulqi'e side to be able to start it. The fans never feel the cold. They actually do feel the heat all the time. Just about 10 fans from either sides that are playing are allowed at the stadium in the initial stages of the resumption of the league. And they're proclaiming their loyalty very, very loudly. Might not be in capital letters, but it is being seen continentally, because this game is live for you from on your World of Champions from Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. Now there's another player as well out of the field of play now. This is Dagim Nigusie. And so Wulqi'e will start it with their goalkeeper. Jamal Tassel sends the ball up at the front. There hasn't been any meaningful attacks, I would say, except maybe now as they're trying to get Fidel Solomon with the goalkeeper off his line. Oh, that would be a foul on the goalkeeper. I wonder how Fidel thought he would get taller than the goalkeeper. Now what are they saying to each other? What, do you think they're discussing something about home? they come from close to each other there. I mean, there's no altercation here. Although the referees try to say, look, no discussion about this here. But the goalkeeper was obviously going to get onto that one, and Fidel didn't need to touch on him at all. At all.
He's telling the goalkeeper, man, you need to stay on your feet. Yeah, try and stay on your feet.
Do you know what, Gilbert? Fidel could have been yellow carded. That ball was going to the goalkeeper, obviously, he banged into the goalkeeper for no reason at all. Here is a chance for a shot! It's in the net! It comes from Wulqité's Yared Tadese, who scored the second goal for Wulqité in the 2-2 draw with Buna. And now he again increases his tally of gold. Yared Tadese, what a shot! At a time when we're talking about Frida Solomon troubling the goalkeeper for no reason, Yared Tadese troubles the goalkeeper for all the right reasons. Just one touch of the ball here, a little bit of a difficult situation, and Yared Tadese knows the goalkeeper is not prepared. He's still organizing himself there. By the time the shot comes, it's a long one. He stretches himself and can't get to it, Gilbert.
You're right, Bernard, and that is a wonderful shot, well taken, well executed from a distance. The goalkeeper not knowing exactly what happened to him. And of course, Yared Tadese scores his second goal of the league and puts Wulqité 1 goal up against Walaita.
Yeah, that's a confirmation then. What a goal coming from Yared Tadese. And I think that Said Haptam with the goalkeeper on the other side shouldn't have spent time talking to Fidel Solomon. Because Fidel calmed him down and told him everything is okay. I think that must have just taken the guard away from him. 25% of the attacks of Walaita have come on the right side, while Wulqité have used 50% of the attacks on that side. On the left side, it's been 75% for Walaita. Wulqité are not using that left side. Yeah, they've used it very little on that side. What a goal! We've seen some of the most beautiful goals in terms of the build-up right into the net. We've seen some of the best shots as well. We've seen some of the best individual play as well. And incidentally, Sintayehu Mengistu, who's playing for the Walaita Dicha side, is one of those who will be contending for goals of the season. Two of them actually. But at the moment, his team is the one that is on the receiving end. Quite unexpectedly, and if you would say, Gilbert, against the run of play.
It was against run of play. Of course, Walaita were actually dominating, dictating terms in this in the last 35 minutes, but that one came against the run of play. While Said Haptam was still thinking about what Fidel Solomon had told him. And Yared Tadese
I blame it on Fidel Solomon. I don't know what he told him, because the goalkeeper calmed down and suddenly dropped his guard. This is headed back into the midfield. The shot was going to go off target, way off target. It's going to be a foul here. Now Negash is playing dangerously. He's the one who occasioned this foul. Now if he doesn't get himself booked, he's going to put his team in trouble, Gilbert.
Yeah, you're right, and in very, very dangerous moments. That is about...
That's him. He simply just pushed in there. He might claim that they also banged into him, but you know when you're running diagonally and somebody else runs diagonally from the other side and bangs into you, then you who had possession is their grief party, because the other one is challenging for the ball, and how they challenge for it becomes a story. But the other story is now the Walaita Dicha side have got a chance for a shot towards goal. Out of the 23 fouls we've seen so far, Wulqité have committed the bulk of them. Three men will be planning how to take it. Mengistu is there as well. They've got Degu Debebe as well. And they've got Idris Said. Mengistu takes it. Well, they shouldn't spend too much time slowing down to appeal to the referee. Go for the rebound first. This is an offside, says the referee. The assistant referee. Second assistant referee, Tamiru Adem, says offside. What do you think the coach is thinking about? We're playing the 40th minute here, but
well, there's too much attention that has been given on to Sentayehu Mengistu. Maybe they now need to change tact. They need to change tact. He was actually coming from an offside position, so it's a good call from the referee. And he also pushed the defender on his side.
Yeah, not two ways about it. That was a good call. 40th minute of the game, playing the 41st. Scoreline in favor of Wulqi'te. And then a diagonal cross as well comes to a good place at the center, but no one goes for it. Mengistu becomes provider. Well, I think trying to get the better of the goalkeeper as well. They saw him off his line, but the accuracy of it doesn't work out. This was a good shot, Gilbert, by all standards.
Upper 90, you call it. Nowhere close to the goalkeeper. Well executed. A beautiful goal, and this is exactly what we needed to at least try and speed up this game now.
Yeah, good goal taken by the top of the boot. Full power behind it. The body well angled for it is the one that changes the scoreline for Wulqi'te City. At the time when Walaita are the ones who are running it. This time Mengistu is on the side. He plays it out to the right side. Oh, I gave you the advice not to be too excited when the ball comes into the box. But again, I did get caught up in it as well. I mean, you expect something nice to come out of a situation where there are three people and one of the top scorers in the league is involved in it.
Yeah, you're expecting that at least once the ball goes to the right-hand side of that Walaita side, you expect some crosses to come in. But again, they decide to slow the game down and try to get into the box for some fancy goals.
They get the correct speed. They're coming into the wings, trying to come to the center at speed, but they slow it down when they get into the box, where you expect that they should be going even faster to get the better of the defenders. So, in English, they call that an anti-climax, Gilbert. Is that what they call it?
It is, because you allow the opponents to drop back as quickly as possible and reorganize themselves. And you're forced to play again, to start again playing from the back.
We've seen teams that were very good at that, but if you're not very adept at it, then it becomes a loss of a goal-scoring opportunity. Played to Degu Debebe, and then brings it out to Mesai Agenyehu. It's just pushed it a little bit too far out of the field of play. It's going to be another throw-in here for the Walaita Dicha side. To the midfield again. Fireu Solomon looks for support and finds it from behind him. They're trying to get it back to Fireu. What for? Really?
Advantage.
Yes, it's the advantage, but you know, unless he's going to caution him and giving him a yellow card, Abtabu Shewalen should be happy that he's gotten away with it. There was absolutely no reason why he did what he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they like getting carded. Because once you accumulate these cards, they will definitely have something to do with the way you assemble your team in the coming games.
On the right side for Wulqi'te. Trying to look for where to take it to. They decide to go up at the front. And with just one man to beat, will be Abdulrahman Mubarak to show us what he's got. He pushes the ball just a little bit too far. He's cut out, you know, by Antene Guksa, who simply thins down the area in which he's going to operate from and forces him into an error out of the field of play. This is pushed again to try and get Mengistu to go for it. And he doesn't work hard for it, but he works smart for it. Just waits for it to roll into his line. The loss is picked up by Wulqi'te. And then again, it's picked up by Walaita Dicha in the midfield. Quick burst of speed. Mesaya Genyehu will need support from behind. He gets a foul in the process. The guilty man is also one of the swiftest men in that midfield, Fireu Solomon, who pushes the ball away from Mesaya Genyehu. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be for Walaita Dicha.
He's a hard worker, Freo Solomon. It's not easy just to dispossess the ball from him.
It's going to be taken by Idris Said. He's carved it straight towards the goalkeeper, who's coming out so fast, finds the ball also going in his direction very furiously. Comes back onto this other side. A little nice header by Degu Debebe, and he chose the spot he wanted to take it to, knowing the goalkeeper would probably go up. He chooses to take it down. It's punched off the field of play by the goalkeeper. Enough men going for it here.
He was already off his line.
Yeah, he was. He actually came out too early, and he was almost beaten by the fact that that ball was angling down. Here is another shot going over the bar, coming off Segaya Bera. Gilbert, we are playing 2 minutes of added time. What's your summation of it in the first half?
Well, I think both teams slowed down the game. We have not seen the fast execution of passes that we expected. There's no explosiveness so far in the first half, and we expect maybe coming back into the second half there'll be more of aggression from both sides than what we've seen so far.
Well, unless they show us that in the second half, I think this should be coming to an end any time now, as we play the second minute of added time in the first half of another match in the resumption of the Ethiopian Premier League, and that is coming to you live on your World of Champions. Affectionately, this league is called the EPL, Ethiopian Premier League.
Oh, I thought you wanted to say English Premier League.
No. In Ethiopia, Gilbert.
It is Ethiopian Premier League.
Yes, it will be a foul here. Just an unnecessary charging as well, but Tesfaye Negash this time round is the one who's the aggrieved party. And he was just charged into and pushed off the ball by Cherinet Guksa. Cherinet, of course, has that courage. He knows he's got his brother on the field, so
I'm telling you.
He's got a little bit of bravado to do what he wants here. As the referee brings it to a close in the first half of the match. The second kickoff today, Walaita Dicha versus Wulqi'te City. Walaita 7 on the line. Points for Wulqi'te and 3 points for Walaita.
Drama. festive. It's your moment with DSTV.
And this holiday season is about to be missed.
You gotta be very careful.
ወጣቱ አማካይ ያሬድ ታደሰ ግሩም ጎል አስቆጥሮ የ45 ደቂቃዋ ትልቅ መነጋገሪያ ርዕስ መፍጠር ችሏል። በመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ መኮንን በጨዋታው ላይ የነበሩ ወሳኝ ሁነቶችም በእነዚህ ጥቂት ደቂቃዎች እንመለከታለን። በሁለቱ በኩል አሰልጣኞቹ እንደሰጡት አይነት ቡድን እንደሰጡት አይነት አስተያየት ተመልክተናል። በጨዋታው ላይ
ያው አስቀድመን የገመትነው ግምት ነበር። አሰልጣኞቹ ካላቸው የተጫዋች ምርጫ እንደዚሁም ደግሞ ከሚፈልጉት ያጫወት መንገድ ጋር በተያያዘ ጥሩ ፍክክር እናይበታለን ብለን የጠበቅነው ጨዋታ ነበር። በ45 ደቂቃዎችም የተመለከትነው ይሄንኑ ነው። በሁለቱም ቡድኖች በኩል ኳሱን ተቆጣጥሮ ከራሳቸው የግብ ክልል መስርቶ በመውጣት ወደ ተቃራኒ የግብ ክልል ለመድረስ በርካታ ጥረቶችን ተመልክተናል። የመጀመሪያ ጎል የተቆጠረበት መንገድም በጣም አስደናቂ ነው። የወልቂጤ ከተማ ተጫዋቾች ፕሬስ አድርገው ወደፊት በመጠጋት የተገኘችውን አጋጣሚ ነው ያሬድ በግሩም ሁኔታ ከመረብ ላይ ማሳረፍ የቻለው። ወልቂጤ ከተማ በጨዋታው ከነበረው ከፍተኛ ፍላጎት ተነሳሽነት አንጻር ጎሉን ማስቆጠሩ የሚገባው ይመስላል። በወላይታ ብቻ በኩል የተገኙ በርካታ የግብ አጋጣሚዎች ነበሩ። ነገር ግን የመጨረሻ ኳሶችን ማቀበል ላይ ስህተቶችን ተመልክተናል። የተገኙ አጋጣሚዎችና እንደዚህ ክፍተቶች ታይተዋል። ስለዚህ ምናልባት አሰልጣኝ ደለሌ እንደቻሳ ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ ማጥቃቱ ረገድ ላይ የሚሳተፉ ተጫዋቾችን ቀይሮ ሊያስገቡ የሚችሉባቸው አጋጣሚዎች እንዳሉ መጠበቅ ይቻላል።
ጥቂት የጎል ሙከራዎችን በሁለቱም ቡድን ተመልክተናል። ነገር ግን ኳስ ላለማባከን በሚደረገው ጥረት ውስጥ በርካታ እንቅስቃሴዎችን አይተናል። ይሄ ከጨዋታ ውጭ ያልሆነ የነበረ ግን ደግሞ ያልታየ ነው። እንድሪስ ነበር ኳሱን ክሮስ ያደረገው። ደጉና ቶማስ ጋር ንክኪ ያለ ደጉ ጥያቄ ጠይቀው ነበር። ነገር ግን ሁለቱም ዳኞች አልተመለከቱትም። ሁለተኛ የምንመለከተው ሙከራ በወልቂጤ ከተማ በኩል ነው። የፍጹም ቅጣት ምት ሊያሰጥ የሚችል ነው። በተከላካዩ ዳግምና በስንታዩ መካከል የነበረው ንክኪ በዳኛው እምነት የፍጹም ቅጣት ምት አይደለም። በእርግጥም የግራ እግሩ ኳስ በዳግም በኩል ኳሱን ነክቶታል። ነገር ግን ከአቅም በላይ የሆነ ከተገቢው በላይ የሆነ የትከሻ ግፍ ያለ ይመስላል። ዳኛው ግን በፊት ምልከታቸው በፍጹም ሪጎሪ አይደለም ብለዋል።
መሀል ዳኛው ከረን ትክክለኛ ውሳኔ ያሳለፉ ይመስለኛል። ስንታየው ብዙ ጥፋት የተፈጸመበት አይደለም። በዛ ምክንያት ፍጹም ቅጣት አልሰጡ። የያሬድ ታደሰን ጉዳይ ቅድም ከመጀመሪያችን ጨዋታው በፊት የጨዋታው ተጽዕኖ ፈጣሪ ይሆናል ብለን ገምተን ነበረ። በጨዋታው በግምታችን መሰረት የሰራ ይመስላል። ያሬድ ከጨዋታው እንቅስቃሴ ባሻገር በጣም አስገራሚ ጎል ማስቆጠር ችሏል። የወልቂጤ ከተማ የመጀመሪያ ግብ ተቆጥሯል። እዚህ የጨዋታ እንቅስቃሴ ላይ የአብዱራህማን ሙባረክን እንቅስቃሴ ማድነቅ ይኖርብናል። ዛሬ አህመድ ሁሴንን ቀይሮ ነው የገባው በአጥቂ መስመር ላይ እና ተጽዕኖ ፈጥሯል ማለት ይቻላል። አብዱራህማን ሙባረክም ይቺ ጎል በምትቆጠርበት ሂደት ላይ የራሱን አስተዋጽኦ አበርክቷል።
በሶስት ጨዋታዎች ሁለተኛ ጎሉን ያሬድ ታደሰ ማስቆጠር ችሏል። ግብ ጠባቂው ሰይድ ሀብታሙ ምንም ማድረግ አይችልም። በቀኙ በኩል በጣም ርቀት ባለው ቦታ ላይ ነው ጎሉን ያስቆጠረው። የጨዋታው ልዩነት ፈጣሪ ያሬድ ታደሰ ነበረ። ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ ምን አይነት ነገሮችን መጠበቅ እንችላለን?
ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ በሁለቱም ቡድኖች በኩል የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ያሳዩትን የጨዋታ አስደናቂ እንቅስቃሴ ይቀጥሉበታል የሚል ግምት አለኝ። ከዛ ባሻገር ግን ተጨማሪ ጎሎች የሚቆጠሩበት አጋማሽ ይመስለኛል። በሁለቱም ቡድኖች በኩል የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ላይ የነበሩ በርካታ የግብ አጋጣሚዎች ነበሩ። እነሱን ወደ ግብነት የመቀየር ክፍተቶች አሉ። ስለዚህ እነሱ ይቀረፋሉ ብዬ አስባለሁ። በወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል ግን አሰልጣኝ ደለሌ እንደቻሳ የግብ የሚቀይር ወደ ግብነት የሚቀይር የግብ ዕድሎችን ተጫዋች መቀየር ያለባቸው ይመስለኛል። ስንታየሁን የሚያግስ ሌላ አጥቂ የሚያስፈልጋቸው ይመስለኛል።
የሁለተኛውን አጋማሽ ምን መልክ ሊይዝ ይችላል የሚለውን የሚያሳዩን የጨዋታ ቁጥሮች አሉ። ሶስት ሙከራዎች በሁለቱም በኩል ነበሩ። በወልቂጤ ጎል የተቆጠረው አንድ ታርጌቱን የጠበቀ ሙከራ ነው። ወላይታ አንድ ብቻ ነው ያደረገው። 27 በድምሩ 27 ፋውሎች ተሰርተዋል። ምንም የቀይ ካርድ የለም። ሁለት ቢጫ ካርድ ወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል ተመልክተናል። 50-50 የኳስ ቁጥጥር ጨዋታውን በሚገባ ሊገልጽ የሚችል የኳስ ቁጥጥር ነው። 43 ከመቶ የሚሆነው ደግሞ አጋማሽ ስፍራ ላይ የተያዘ ነው። በወላይታ ግብ ክልል አካባቢ 30 ከመቶ፣ 27 ከመቶ ደግሞ በወልቂጤ ከተማ በኩል ነው። አማራጮችን ስንመለከት የግራና የቀኝ ቦታዎችን ስንመለከት 50 ከመቶ የሚሆነው የወልቂጤ ከተማ የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴ በቀኝ በኩል ነው። 25 ከመቶ በግራ በኩል ነው። የወላይታ ዲቻ በተቃራኒው ደግሞ በቀኝ ነው። የሁለተኛውን 45 ደቂቃ የተጫዋቾች ቅያሪ ጨዋታውን ሊቀይረው ይችላል የሚል ግምት ይኖራል በተመልካቾችም ዘንድ። እነማን ቢቀየሩ የተሻለ ነገር ሊኖር ይችላል የሚለውን እስኪ አብረን እንመልከት። በወላይታ ዲቻና በወልቂጤ ከተማ ተጠባባቂ ወንበር ላይ የሚገኙ ተጫዋቾች አሉ። በወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል ያሬድ ዳዊት፣ ቢኒያም ፍቅሬ፣ ነጋሽ ታደሰ፣ በረከት ወንድሙ፣ አማኑኤል ሾመ፣ አዩ በከተ እንዲሁም መክብ ደገፉ በግብ ጠባቂነት አለ። በአልሳሪ አልማህዲ በአማካይ ተከላካይነት አሜ መሐመድ፣ አቡበከር ሳኒ፣ ስዩም ተስፋዬ ልምድ ያለው ተጫዋች ነው። አሚን ነስሩ ተከላካይ ነው። ተስፋዬ መላኩ፣ አህመድ ሁሴን፣ ሄኖክ አየለ፣ ሙሃጅር መኪ ባለፈው ጨዋታ በጉዳት የወጣ ተጫዋች ነው። እነዚህ የተለያዩ አማራጮች አሏቸው። እነማን ቢቀየሩ የተለየ ለውጥ ሊመጣ ይችላል?
የቀደም ሲል እንዳነሳሁት በወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል አሰልጣኝ ደለለኝ ደቻሳ የአጥቂ መስመሩ ሊያግዙ የሚችሉ ተጫዋቾችን ማስገባት ያለበት ይመስለኛል። የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ላይ በርካታ የግብ ዕድሎችን ሊፈጥሩ የሚችሉ አማካዮች እንዳሉ ተመልክተናል። ወደፊት ሲሄዱ ግን ክፍተቶች ታይተዋል። ስለዚህ እዛ ቦታ ላይ በወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል ለውጦችን እጠብቃለሁ። በወልቂጤ ከተማ በኩል እንደ ቡድን ከተመለከተ በጣም የተደራጀ እንቅስቃሴ የሚያደርግ ክለብ እንደሆነ ተመልክተናል። ምናልባት የፊት መስመር ላይ ፍጥነትን ሊጨምርላቸው የሚችል ተጫዋችን አሰልጣኝ ደጋረጋ ይግዛው ወደ ሜዳ ያስገባሉ ብዬ እጠብቃለሁ። ከዛ በተጨማሪ ግን የሁለቱ ፉልባኮቻቸውን አጠቃቀምም ይበልጥ ወደፊት እንዲጠጉ ማድረግ በተለይ የረመዳንን እንቅስቃሴ በትልቁ ማንሳት እንችላለን። ስለዚህ በሱ በኩል እሱ ወደፊት በሚሄድበት ጊዜ የእሱን ቦታ የሚሸፍን ተጫዋችም ከተከላካይ መስመር ተጫዋቾች የግድ ማሰብ ያለባቸው ይመስለኛል።
የመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ በያሬድ ታደሰ ግሩም ግብ በወልቂጤ ከተማ 1-0 መሪነት ተጠናቋል። ሁለተኛው 45 ደቂቃ ማንን ባለ 3 ነጥብ ያደርጋል የሚለውን ቀጥሎ የምንመለከት ይሆናል። በቀጥታ ስርጭቱ በአማርኛው የቀጥታ ስርጭት አስተላላፊዎች መኮንን ኃይሉና ሶፎኒያስ እኔው ይገኛሉ። በእንግሊዝኛው ደግሞ ኬንያውያኑ ጊልበርትና በርናንድ ከእናንተ ጋር ቆይታ የሚያደርግ ይሆናል። ሐሙስ ከሰዓታችሁን ከኛ ጋር ስላደረጋችሁ ከልብ እናመሰግናለን። ከሱፐር ስፖርት ጋር መልካም ቆይታ።
This Sunday on SuperSport, the Stags take on the defending champions in a high-octane 2020 clash. Spurs' tricky fixture run continues with a visit to Molineux. And can Connacht hold off a surging Ulster outfit? Up your game on SuperSport. Get all the facts and stats with our comprehensive look at the weekend's upcoming action, with insights into the biggest fixtures in the Premier League preview show. Missed the live game or want to watch it again? Catch all the weekend's drama with highlights, post-match reactions and in-depth analysis from our team of experts in the Premier League review show. And go beyond the football pitch for a deeper understanding of the game, including interviews with legends past and present in the Premier League World Show. Every week on your World of Champions, SuperSport. Proudly brought to you by Guinness, made of more, and Glow Unlimited.
Socks? What were you thinking? Socks don't make the heart beat faster, and they don't bring us together. No one ever sang for socks. So ask yourself, what would fill their heart with joy? And give them that. I got the music!
Simply sensational. Oh, it's magnificent. This is absolutely wonderful. Just about the best finish I have ever seen.
This festive season, don't give them socks. Give them sport. Give them DSTV.
Find out what's new. Share your point of view on the world's greatest football league. Discuss, debate and chat around all things Premier League. No matter where you are. A show for the fans, by the fans.
confident. We like to see them win.
We won the league. Fan Zone, every day of the week, excluding Saturdays, only on Supersport. Proudly brought to you by Guinness, made of more.
Throughout England, Europe, the world. Every Monday, we x-ray the past week's football drama.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Covering every talking point, every goal, and every breathtaking moment that leaves you hungry for more. So join us every Monday for Monday Night Football on the channel that has the world's best football.
Only on Supersport. This broadcast is proudly brought to you by Bet9ja. Reward for passion.
Well, welcome back to the second half of a game pitting Wulqi'te Ketema versus Walaita Dija in a game that Wulqi'te is leading by 1-0. This particular game is being played at the Stadium Addis Ababa, right in the heart of the capital itself, capital of Ethiopia. Well, we did expect that this game was going to be explosive, but from the proceedings in the first half, a lot of work has been done on 60% of the work on Walaita's side has actually been done on the left-hand side, where Mese Agenu and Cherinet Guksa have been plying their trade. And on the right-hand side, Wulqi'te Ketema has actually had only 40% of their attack. So we've really not seen much action coming into the midfield, and only one shot on goal for each side. One of them actually going in for the first goal for Wulqi'te, coming from Gerard Tedese with his 2 goals. Well, we do expect that a game that looks dull in the first 45 minutes will lighten up, especially in the second half, where Walaita will try and at least get 1 goal to try and tie this game and possibly move forward to try and at least consolidate their lead at the top. Well, as to take us through this particular encounter, we have my lead commentator Bernard Otieno, who's has been very, very instrumental, especially in driving this game forward. And of course, the fans from Wulqi'te's side have come in numbers, tend to be precise, because due to the COVID protocols, we do not expect more than 10 fans to come into play. That tall man, number 4 on the jersey for Walaita, maybe warming up to come into play at this particular point, but the two teams assembled on the field of play, wanting to come and execute what they have heard from their coaches in the dressing rooms. Of course, in the second half, we expect that whatever the coaches have said is going to pan out for the second half. And to take us through this game is none other than my other commentator, Bernard Otieno.
Thank you, Gilbert. We'll go through it together in the second half of this match, together with you. And then on the other side of the Amari commentary, there will be Sophonias Enyo and Mekonen Hailu to help us go through this one. So big expectations in the second half, even for Firio Solomon. Is going to have to be more on the ball and distribute the balls probably slightly faster. They'll have to hasten it up a little bit, in my opinion, to be able to get the results that they require. They're already leading by 1-0. Today's is the one who scored it, but that's a small cushion. It's very, very thin to sit on. It can be very easily cancelled. Now, a substitution has been made here, and Henok Ayele has come into the field of play to replace Abdurrahman Mubarak. Now, this happened at halftime, so you usually would say it's been done in the 46th minute of the game. If you notice it immediately, you start. That's a hard shot, forcing the goalkeeper to wave it away on the other side, push it actually on the outside. Thomas Simretu has had his vision on that very, very easily and nicely as well. Doesn't trouble him that much, but it came in hot as well. It's a corner kick for the Wulqi'te City. I think that was Said Abtam, I beg your pardon, Said Abtam on the other side. But very hard shot that was coming from the Wulqi'te side. This is Walaita Dija now moving forward, and I think he gets a foul in the process as well. So this guy Birhanu has been brought down as he was running forward. I think the referee is gonna caution him caution the offender here, who's in jersey 14. That's Abdul Karim Warku, who has been penalized for that foul. They know very well that once they've been left in terms of a burst of speed, nothing else can save them. But that's a tackle from behind and a push as well. I don't know why they do that. They're not challenging for the ball. The shot came in hard, but it was pushed off nicely by the Walaita teacher goalkeeper, Saeed Abtamu. But that, counter attack on this other side was stopped in not so good fashion. Now they get a free kick. We're going to be talking about the expectation in a few minutes. At the moment it is Idris Said who brings it in. Stopped short and then trying to get another chance to be able to push it forward. Both players just realizing there's nothing that is going to happen to them. Simply stand up. And a good through ball this time for the Wulqi'te side. The new man, Henok Ayele, gets a very good chance to be able to control the ball and also see what he's going to do up front. Through ball, and the flag has stayed down. It's a danger man. Sintayehu Mengistu, the first time that he has excited the fans at the stadium. Well, the few that there are of the fans and the officials who are watching it, because he was suddenly and for once in full flight going forward, following a through ball. Going to size each other up as well to see what's going on and which areas they can be able to use. Very frantic defending as well, with Negash getting himself into the process of retail, but Segai Birhanu getting there quickly enough, sends it off the field of play. Yeah, that's the kind of dance that only 10 people can be able to execute. So you need the even numbers there. Otherwise, if you've got the odd numbers, Gilbert, there's going to be one extra man who might not fit in that equation. So that's the fans are not allowed at the stadium, so just a few of them.
They're not, Bernard. In the second half, Walaita have come. They have actually stepped into fifth gear. They are pushing hard to try and at least get that goal back that was scored by Yared Tadese.
That's going to be a foul. It was going to be contested by Bereket Wolde. I think he picked up the ball very nicely, and Abdul Karim Warku himself, having been yellow carded a few minutes ago, made a big meal out of it. So Bereket Wolde also goes into the books of the referee for a yellow card. You would think that he had an open boot, even though he got the ball there. Still that's dangerous play. But he actually stomped on the ball, and that's what makes it dangerous, because he bounces off the ball and his boot goes up to Abdul Karim Warku. Bicycle kick to try and get the ball out of the danger area. As Dicha will pick it up one more time. And then back into the midfield. They're going to have to organize it. As now Wulqi'te pick it up. Just two men up on the front, a little bit of a run down on the left side, and an open boot on the left foot as well. Not very well done by Yared Tadese, but it certainly then takes a little air off the defenders of the Walaita side with that speed. Tadese has scored before, and he's one of the men you look out for a shot towards goal. He needed to chip it, and that's what he wanted to do on top of the goalkeeper, but he was in such a tight angle, and the ball was veering away from him, Gilbert.
And in total control of the ball, with that burst of speed, you would think that he was running the 100 meters dash. With that kind of speed, you expect that he would definitely find the opponent's defense napping.
Yeah, there's a lot of simulation and players just overacting from little tackles in this game. That would tell me that there's a laxity of creativity as well. The ideas are getting lost here, and so they have to find alternate ways of trying to win possession, trying to win penalties as well. This is going out on the right side. It goes out for a throw-in. Going to be a throw-in. I think the referee says take it from behind there. So Negash takes it. Why did it let it bounce? The substitute Henok Ayele. Battle to try and win the midfield. I should have played on. I mean, the advantage was there already. Why stop it to give the advantage? While the advantage has not been lost there. So, it slows down the game. Some of the calls that Kenneth and Gita has made were good. Some of them are really just not necessary. Should go off the field of play. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be for Walaita Dicha. So it's again turning into a Dawa match, but transition very fast, not being finished off nicely. Apart from the one shot that we saw from Yara Tadese from outside the box, I think Wulqi'te have shown that when they get into the box, they're dangerous. But for the Walaita side, it's only once they try to get the ball to Sintayehu Mengistu.
Yeah, and has really been outmarked in this particular game. The kind of feed that he's receiving is not worth it. And he has not done anything meaningful.
Good ball for the Gash. Can't get to it. Being paced up by Fireo Solomon. The through balls, when they come, the through passes, they come very dangerously forward. This is picked up by Ramadan Yusuf. They're cancelling each other out in the moves, but it's happening one more time. It happened in the first half, it's coming back in the second half. They're cancelling each other out.
Yes, and a lot of mistakes that are being done. You know, you play the first pass, the second pass, the third one goes to an opponent, and then there is transition, and the same thing happens again.
Ramadan Yusuf. And then a man who decides to take everything in his hands, Yara Tadese. But he pushes himself too far, not with good purpose, doesn't give the ball out. Long ball on the right side.
There's really nothing that has been going on for Walaita, especially in the final third of the attack zone. They move the ball so well through the lines from the defense, the midfield, but again, the final third, that is exactly where you need some good executions, but it has really been let down.
I even think there's been better action on the final third for the Wulqi'te side, who have the ball at the moment, with two men going for it. And Fireo Solomon realizing it was going to go off the field of play, so he tried to push it back in a 45. He also realized that Henok Ayele stayed too long on that ball. Should have released it much earlier, but he didn't, did he?
He didn't. He was expecting to get at least into the 6-yard box, but again, he was impeded by Fireo Solomon, who was already in an offside position.
Oh yeah, he was in the offside position. That's why the flag went up.
Yeah.
Yep. So he tried to bring it back in a 45, but he was already in an offside position. But he realizes that his man is dilly-dallying with the ball, and so decides to step up to help him as well. As Walaita Dicha take possession now, setting it up at the front. Mengistu decides to put in a little bit of more energy on the game. He goes to the outside to Elias Ahmed. He's got support coming from behind him with Messiah Genyehu. And then into the midfield to Idris Said. They're not afraid to try and go back. They were going to go back on that side. But you can imagine what it would have been like for the Wulqi'te side if they had taken that into possession. That's a new man, Henok Ayele. I think the referee calls for the medics to come onto the field of play, because they've got a player on the ground. This should be Yara Tadese. I think he feels a pinch over something that he heard. He had the ball coming into his abdomen and his hands as well. No, not really Yara Tadese. I think it's Ayele. And there were two things that happened to him. The ball went to his abdomen and into his tummy as well. It's Tadese actually. Yeah. Into his tummy and into his hands and the groin as well. Just mixed everything all together. He is the one who put the ball in the net in the 37th minute of the game. Realizing the goalkeeper was off the line and being in a good space, he actually excited the fans here a bit. But now he's got to get some medication and come and try and work it out for his side. Negash out on the right side, shrugging off the tackle that was coming from the man who was tagging him and going round to pick it up again. They don't have enough numbers up front, the Wulqi'te side. They might have had to wait until they get it. Referee correctly plays on this one. And our Walaita Dicha, they've got space as well. They've got numbers if they can play it. Mengistu been brought down in the box. Referee says nothing doing here. The tackle was clean with the ball, the one that is removed from the area. But he plays it well, Mengistu, knowing very well that he's a striker, and anything happening in there for him would obviously be a foul. Oh. And that would be the first chance, Gilbert, that we've had for Walaita Dicha in this second half.
Yeah, they're trying to break through the middle, and that was a good run, especially from the tall guy, Sintenyeo Mengistu. The defense proving to be a hard nut to crack.
Yeah, they're standing their ground. Maybe now, and again going too quickly. The big clearance coming off the foot of the defender, Dagim Niguse. Mengistu was put through here. Yeah, he tackled the ball. Clean. Tackled the ball. He may have hurt Mengistu in the process, but he certainly went for the ball.
Yes,
that's the only justification for a tackle like that in there, when you get the ball itself.
Correct, Bernard. He actually went for the ball, and Dagim Niguse is proving to be a really hard nut to crack for Sintenyeo Mengistu.
Pireo Solomon back in the midfield. And now they're also thinking they should just be building it up from the midfield, take their time a bit and run it around. Long ball onto the left side, where they've got the numbers to work with. Abdul Karim Warku veers off to the center, looking for support. Fireu, little touch, and then he tried to get himself to be fouled, but nothing doing here. He's got to get back to his feet. Tadese decides to start a long one. I didn't expect that to disturb Saeed Abtamu at all, did you, Gilbert?
He's very quick-footed. That is Yared Tadese. Very quick-footed and trying to get the goalkeeper.
I tried to chip him, didn't he? But the goalkeeper was standing his line as well. Again, Dagim Niguse is the one who will be starting it. They cancel each other out in terms of the track that they're using. Technique almost the same. You know, try to hit them on the counter. Try to get the ball on the flank when you can. Just those empty spaces. But most of the time, they're targeting the central striker. In this case, you know, targeting Sintenyeo Mengistu. This is Fireu, who loses possession. A lot of ball possession just in the middle of the field here. Not going as expected, and suddenly for both sides. It's concentrated in one area of the field, Gilbert. Last 5 minutes, the possession has been with Wulqi'te. And in the second half, it's still with Wulqi'te at 60 and 42 Walaita Dicha.
Yeah, and most of the attacks from Wulqi'te side are coming from the right-hand side, where Negash Desfai and Fireu Solomon applying that read. Nothing really much has been coming from the left-hand side of the attack.
Nope. They're trying it best where it works best for them. And it goes back to the midfield now. Warku. Everybody's so afraid of going into the tackle, and frankly speaking, every time everybody's going in there, they know how dangerous it can be. Negash, can he touch the ball? He does. The goalkeeper ultimately picks it up. He didn't get the ball away from the goalkeeper, and Negash comes off the worst of the two in that little bump that they had in there. But he was onside, needed to have lifted the ball slightly earlier on. The goalkeeper is well in his jurisdiction to be able to do that.
The goalkeeper did well. He did well to come out, to come out and close that distance, because that was a good break, especially from the right-hand side by none other than Negash Desfai, the fullback.
Analysts will discuss this for a little while as well, on whether or not the goalkeeper has denied Negash a chance there, because Negash is in possession, but has he touched the ball or has he not touched the ball by the time that knock comes? Because that's the one we have to look out for. Earlier on, they tried to chip the goalkeeper. Saeed Abtamu would not be beaten easily with that kind of ball. And Wulqi'te would have to try again on how they're going to do it. So, at the moment, Negash is off the field of play. He will get some medical attention on that side. Play will continue in the 61st minute of the game.
Well, apparently, Bernard, the goalkeeper never touched that ball.
No, he didn't.
It actually went in the same direction in which Negash was running.
Absolutely. The question is, did Negash have it when he was being tackled or bumping into the goalkeeper? And the answer is no. So that is why there's no penalty given on that. I think we discussed that a couple of minutes ago, but as a way of going back to it, to analyze it further, it's on the left side now. Good ball to the new substitute. He should have had it on the left foot. Enoch Ayele has missed a glorious chance to put Wulqi'te 2 goals up, but they still have it just at the edge of the box. It pays to wait a little bit, because otherwise Ayele was going to be offside. Good ball taken by the goalkeeper, Said Abtamu. They just don't finish it as expected. This is the sweetest of them all, because Ayele has gotten the ball from a through ball here, no offside whatsoever. Should have just chipped it over
with his left foot.
enough. Yeah, or even the right early enough. We saw Mengistu do that, you know, just a quick touch on the right foot. He waited a little long, and that's the one that delayed it. The goalkeeper got there on time, either on the right foot, Gilbert, or he could have swung it on the left and then moved back onto the right side. They say sometimes it's easier said than done, but we know it could have worked best for him.
Yeah.
On this other side, Walaita try to reply. It goes off the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Here it is again. What do you think?
Very, very enterprising player. That is our number 20, Yadese, moving along by himself. And then the run on the left-hand side and the pass, it should have been a little bit faster, maybe putting the ball in the net. And the coach knows that would have been an easier ball to put in the net.
Yep, sometimes they say it was easier to score than to miss that one. But again, the strikers will tell you it's not as easy as you think it is. It takes a lot of tact as well in that angle, because the goalkeeper had closed it down. Now, if you look at the attack analysis, it tells you that Walaita have used 34% attacks coming from the right side, and Wulqi'te have used 40%, so they're using more of the right side for their attacks. On the left, again, it's Walaita doing more of the attacks on the left, 44%, with Wulqi'te having done only 20% of the attacks from that side. So they're choosing what side they're using, but both teams are overburdening one side of the attack. Why the power on that one? Why not just lift it slightly up, Cherinet? Why decide to push it all the way to the other side? I think those are the questions that are going on in the minds of the coach. Like, why did you decide to do that?
And it's been
They've made a substitution. The coach has decided to make a substitution, and Beriket Wandimu keeps on coming in as a substitute. He's the same man again who has come in for Cherinet Guksa. I'm not saying that what Cherinet did a few minutes ago is what has caused his substitution, because he just used too much power on that ball, but he's been removed from the game, and his place taken by Beriket Wandimu. So a midfielder from midfielder. They need to jig the midfield, the Walaita side. Although they lose possession again. 3-on-2. An overlap here, a chance, it's in the net! It's been put in the easiest way, which is what should have been happening earlier on. And Yared Tadesse will be celebrating yet again. Second goal for Yared Tadesse. But he's very, very calm when he's coming to the goal mouth and simply places it in. No power. It's just a question of choosing where he wants. It was a 3-on-2 situation here. Yared Tadesse is in the best position, and then he beats the goalkeeper to the right side of the goalkeeper. You know, the goalkeeper would ordinarily expect it to go to his left side, like earlier on when we saw it. But this time, Tadesse, the nearest corner, is where he plants the ball into the net.
Well, Bernard, while we acclaim Wulqi'te Ketema for their tactical awareness, they have space on the left-hand side and they get an opportunity to score. We also want to scold Walaita, because that is exactly the same place that they've been doing most of their attacks.
All right, 37th minute and 65th minute is the times that this man Tadesse has put the team 2 goals ahead. And it's not over yet, because there's going to be either the Wulqi'te side pushing for another goal to lead it all together, or for the Walaita Dicha side to try and pull one back and then try and get back into the game. This is again Walaita. That's a wrestling match in there, and the wrestle just comes down to Idris Said, and he gets a free kick for that as well. I don't know why he would have wanted to do that, and he shouldn't have. I mean, he just pulled him back and then pushed him down. Eptamu Shavalem, whenever they are, trying to get the ball out there, it really is so much energy being used in there. Well, you're being pushed down, the feet are tackling as well. It's not clean at all.
Well, Kita deploying what we call a no-nonsense kind of game, especially when Walaita is on the ball.
Okay, but it's got to be legal.
They're simply,
otherwise, if it's not legal, it's all nonsense.
They're simply,
you get the foul going against you.
They're simply not giving Walaita any opportunities, space, no time to control, no time to shoot, no time to turn.
The goalkeeper knows he's off his line, and Wulqi'e is not taking advantage of that. They didn't go into a hurry. Okay, so not very sure why Ramadan Yusuf was waiting with that ball until it was picked up by the opponent. 2-0 the scoreline in favor of Wulqi'e City. And the two southeastern Ethiopian neighbors are battling it out here at the Addis Ababa Stadium. As it gets back to the goal area. Yes, Gilbert, you're happy about something.
If you look at the way the running mechanics of Yared Tadesse.
But we haven't. When we see him, Gilbert, you'll tell me about that. At the moment, I can't see him, so wait until we see him. It will be fine to tell me about him that time. As they bring the ball back into the box, trying to cut it for a cross, the clearer's done. And it comes back into the midfield here. Long one into the area, picked up by the goalkeeper. Not trouble at all. This is starting on the right side for the Wulqi'e City, and then it goes into the middle of the field. So it's going to come back into the midfield again for Wulqi'e City. They're not in a hurry to move it from their area at all. They keep on just wanting to run it around. And Walaita Dicha then is forced to try and get some space on the right side to use, but it doesn't work out so well. It's Wulqi'e who are running it. Good touch here by Abdul Karim Warku, and he plays it back to the Hailu Teshager, who's changed the wing now. Fireo and Leo Ayele, I beg your pardon, and then doesn't go anywhere else. So this is the man here at Tadesse who scored 2 goals here, Gilbert. You're saying something about his running mechanics. What did you say about them?
Yeah, while most of the players are running on their toes, he's actually flat-footed, and therefore
you think he is?
You wouldn't think that he's that fast, but he's very, very quick with his feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He seems to be running with the heels right on the ground, not lifting them too high up. But yeah, he makes up for that with some very good shots that he can't give on the side. This comes into the midfield. And Walaita Dicha. They're running the possession, but they've got to do something with that possession, because a good friend of mine always tells me that statistics count for nothing if you don't have the goals. For the moment, Wulqi'e City have 2 of those goals, so it's counting everything for them. Dicha yet to score a goal, too direct to the goalkeeper. It can't be good enough for Sintayehu Mengistu. They're trying to target him. They have tried that a myriad of times. It's got to be straight in front of him with 1 or 2 people to beat for it to work for him. Currently, trying to target him. They have tried that a myriad of times. It's got to be straight in front of him with one or two people to beat for it to work for him. Currently it doesn't. It didn't help him at all. This is Fireu Solomon keeping possession, trying to play it with Negash, who moves it forward. I think it's still in play, but Dicha will pick it now. Well, Yared Tadesse just avoiding being tagged along when there is a run in the opposite direction, decides to free himself from any touch, but he doesn't pick up the loose ball. Big good to try and get it forward. As Dicha will pick it up now. Birhanu gets it back. They've got a one-man just be in the middle there. Then they try to go for a through ball. This is a foul just at the edge of the box. Nothing to excite the fans here as Idris Said is brought down. But he was already looking at how he was going to go in for that through ball. There's a substitution. And Dicha are bringing in Binyam Fikre, who takes the place of Sigaya Bera. They've put in a defender for, they've put in a striker for a defender, Gilbert. So there's going to be some technical reorganization, so that Binyam can fit up at the front, because Binyam is a forward. And they've got a chance just outside the box to try and show what they can do with the set pieces. And Mengistu is a man you have to watch out for, because he's obviously looking at whether he can capitalize on a rebound if it comes to him. He's the tallest of them all. He knows he's going to go directly, and it goes into the net. Walaita Dicha pulling one back. That's where the excitement was going to come from after the wall has been organized. It still did not work out so well for it works out well for the Walaita side. And I think it is the same man who was tackled there, who has put the ball in the net. Puts it directly into the net from the free kick.
It's actually Idris Said.
It should be Idris Said in jersey number 8. It's a confirmation of that. So the scoreline has changed, with the goalkeeper, with the coach really happy in the 74th minute. They've pulled one back. And you never know, this could go anyway then. Like we said, there's still time to be able to tie it, unless Wulqi'te can pull away from that. From Addis Ababa, it's Walaita 1 and Wulqi'te 2. Character will come into question here, Gilbert.
It's going to be a lot of character now that we're going to see a game in our hands, Bernard, because they're going to be a little bit faster. And on the far end, looks like
I think it's Behailu. He's down on the ground.
Yeah.
Something happened as soon as he took this ball. There wasn't a direct touch on that, but he still injured him all the same. It was coming very hard as well. And with the high boots and the starts-up challenges, there's a lot that can go wrong in this game. Behailu is in a lot of pain. I think he also landed a little bit awkwardly when that tackle was coming to him. In evading that tackle, you can see it. It's a high boot. This is the tackle that gifted them the free kick, and the ball directly into the net. Sparks off a celebration now on the side. It's a lovely celebration, whereas the Walaita Dicha fans celebrate the goal, but they need to be given another chance. Oh, I think we should put it the other way around. You and I need to be given a second chance to see the dance. That means if a goal comes, we'll get a second chance to see it.
Yes, we do expect another goal in this game. It's not far from over.
The medics have been called onto the field of play, so that means that there's obviously pain that cannot be taken away just on the field for the Wulqi'te player, Behailu Teshager. The coach seems to think they can still do it with the few minutes remaining and get a goal that will pull the Wulqi'te side away from the close challenge that is coming from the Walaita Dicha side. So maybe they will have to make a substitution, or maybe we will see. I told you players get well very quickly in the game of football. Attempted clearance here will be given away to the Wulqi'te side. So he was going for a bicycle kick. He also knows he's putting himself into danger there. So this is Thomas Simretu. Shouldn't have gone that high, but he gets a free kick. He just slows down the game for him as well, and he's happy to have that going in his direction. 29% of the attack or the action is on the Wulqi'te side. 30 is now coming to the Walaita side. Tells you Wulqi'te is equally attacking as much as Walaita is attacking.
Yes, equal chances, Bernard. Equal chances in the last 15 minutes. Both teams are showing some very aggressive kind of football.
It's going to be a throw-in. Headed out for a throw-in again. And I think a substitution has been allowed on the fourth official says play on, we're going to do it later. So it's going to be a throw-in then for Wulqi'te. There's a lot going on in the box as well, and you might have noticed a yellow going down because of a tackle that came to him even before the throw-in was done. This is Negash. Just decides to try out in sending the ball onto the left side. Picked up by Said Tamu. Starts the build-up for the Walaita Dicha side. Just about 11 minutes in regular time remaining as they pull it onto the right side. Bereket Wandimu, one of the substitutes who hasn't gotten so much onto the ball now, tries to pull it down on the right side. It's salvaged by Remeden Yusuf from going after a corner. He instead will give away a throw-in as Wulqi'te make another substitution. They're bringing in Aminu Nesru. And Aminu Nesru will take the place of Abdel Karim Warku, who's worked himself hard and has probably tired himself now. So just about 3 minutes, just about 11 minutes remaining in this game, Gilbert. How would you analyze this one?
Well, we'll still have a lot on the clock. We still have a lot to see from both sides. Walaita will continue pushing as much as possible. And of course, Wulqi'te have realized that given an opportunity, they could easily tie this game or even lose it. So I'm not going to see any of both sides trying to hold back. They'll push everything into attack.
That's good advice, because if they push everything into attack, Walaita Dicha might just level the scores, or Wulqi'te City might just pull out and go ahead. Here is a chance for Walaita. Good left foot shot. Just slightly too much power on it. Just needed to, lower it down a bit. And the coach of Walaita actually likes it, but he thinks it could have been done better, Gilbert.
Well, that's again on the left-hand side of the attack. Oh, that's a ferocious shot, Bernard. There's no way the goalkeeper would have had a touch on that one. And that's the way to play.
If it was on target.
Yes, it was on target.
If it was on target, it would have been a very ferocious one. But he put in too much power as well. You've got to look at the tact as well. 15 goal attempts in total here. And we've only seen 8 of them on target and only 3 goals from them. So they need to be more on target. Mengistu. And then the cross not yet done. It's a little bit too low here. Ultimately, Binyam Fikre will realize that he should have done it earlier on. It would have been of better results. This one's lobbed high up in the air. That will be the goalkeeper's ball. No doubt about it. Any touch on the goalkeeper will become a foul against the goalkeeper. So He's down on the ground. He knows that his team is leading, so he's going to take a couple of seconds down there. He knows he'll be treated on the field of play as well.
There is a lot of pressure on that side, especially from the tall man. And it's the first time, Bernard, in this league that we are seeing a team that is using crosses, because most of the time we want to see teams moving,
short passes here and there. But this one, they're using the long balls, and they're bringing them from left and right as well. They're trying to. You only wish that they could have gotten them to Sintayehu Mengistu, because most of the time they are targeting him, but it's not been getting to him. Jamal Tassel, the goalkeeper on that side, has executed some good saves. We've seen 3 goals in this game so far. That was the best by Todese. 37-minute goal from long range, but it didn't stop there as well after beating the goalkeeper Said Tamu. He still went ahead to use the nearest post to him on his right foot to put the ball into the net. 2-0 it was, 65th minute, and in favor of the Wulqi'te side, and a penalty then, a free kick rather, given to the Walaita Dicha side. That is sent to the goalkeeper's left side where he wasn't expecting it. Coach is happy about it, and he thinks he can actually pull a draw in this game. But he's got only 7.5 minutes, Gilbert, to be able to do that.
They're still pushing, especially on the left-hand side. You've seen this guy, Birhane, working so hard on the left-hand side, bringing some beautiful crosses that need to be met by their tall strikers, Sintayehu Mengistu.
Number on the right side then. Goes off the field of play. It's going to be a throw-in.
I think they've realized that they've been out-muscled in the middle, and therefore they're using the other route, on the left, on the right-hand side of the attack.
So they're changing, which is good. If you find one route closed, Gilbert, my advice is always look for another route.
Plan B.
You can call it. Here is a chance for Mengistu. He's got power, he's got pace as well. He's got the height, he's got the build. Now the accuracy is all he needs to put in his shots as well. But he sees the opportunity and decides to go for it from outside the box. He's not getting as close as he'd like to, and he's realizing he's got to do it from a little bit of a distance.
And I think that's the first time I've seen him the whole game get that kind of an opportunity to strike from a distance.
So he's also looking for an alternative route.
Yeah, because in the box there's too much numbers, and therefore he wants to make sure that he gets the goalkeeper flat-footed.
The ball down on the left side. Negash is trying to cut down the run. And to be a question of the feet here. No one's touching this ball. Mengistu has already moved into position straight in front of the defenders. The ball is behind him, so he doesn't get it. Ayele as well doesn't control this one. As it goes back to the goalkeeper, Said Abtamu. Ayele knows that would have been a very, very difficult ball to try and use. But just 3 goal attempts. I mean, 3 goals out of 16 goal attempts, Gilbert. Is this a good way of analyzing the game?
It doesn't translate to the number of goals, because when you have 16 goal attempts, how many are 8 on target? You expect at least more than 3 goals in this game.
Well, it tells you the goalkeepers have been working as well, so they're trying to keep the scoreline very low. As Wulqi'te will take a goal kick. The goalkeeper will be taking it and sending it forward. Fireu Solomon has kind of disappeared in the midfield. And I think it's because of the pressure that is being exerted by Walaita Dicha, who are sending the ball all the way back all the time. And they're not getting a chance to use it. And also because Dicha are pressing the Wulqi'te side. Long ball up at the front. And a chance to go for a shot. Again, no need to get too excited early enough. Because until the cross comes in, or the turn like that, there's going to be a lot of footwork and a nice chip. Mengistu, it just evades him. And they don't go for a return shot. I tell you, they will build it up again from the side. This is Idris Said trying to get into position for a return ball. Quite unexpected here for Bereket Wondimu. And he's saying, yes, thank you very much, but I wasn't quite prepared for that. He goes off the field of play. It's going to be a substitution for the Wulqi'e Ketema side by Ahmed Hussein. Ahmed Hussein for Ramadan Yusuf, who's a little bit tired as well. I think he's done well for himself. He scored in one of the matches they played, has got 1 goal to his credit for the Wulqi'e team. But I'm wondering why it's taking long for them to be able to make the change. So it's not be coming in. He will not be coming in just yet. And they might just change that as well. It forces the coach to come out of his area to address the situation. So we'll wait to see who's going to be coming into that side.
Antene Gugsa sent the ball up at the front. And the captain of the Wulqi'e Ketema side knows what he's doing. He's taking the seconds off the game. He knows they're leading here. And he knows that there's only 2.5 minutes. But I tell you, sometimes it can be so painful for you to waste that time like that. And then the one chance that the other team gets, then they get the goal that they deserve. This is just all the way off the field of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Wulqi'e, who are not in a hurry to go for it. So a substitution happens for the Walaita Dicha side. They bring in Negash Tadese.
Well, it's a midfielder for a midfielder. I think they're just trying to reject that midfield. Elias has done his work really well.
Oh, in the 87th minute. That's the substitution that is done.
Just 1.5 minutes then to be able to play it. And Negash just makes sure that he has a touch on the ball, at least it will count. He sends it back to his goalkeeper. Bereket Wandimu plays it again to his last man.
They are trying to use what we call route 1, bypassing the midfield and trying to get the long balls with the strikers. That is Wulqi'e, Walaita.
Route 1.
Route 1. Route 9.
Route 9, you've changed it, Gilbert.
Yeah, 1-9.
Route 1-9, now you've combined it. Make up your mind, Gilbert.
Straight from the goalkeeper to the
Is that
striker.
Route 1 or Route 9?
To route 1-9.
Now it's 1-9. First he said 1, then he said 9, and now it's 1-9. Okay, let's just call it one-way route, because whichever way you look at it, it's going in the same direction. As this man, Fireu Solomon, a very, very industrious player in the midfield for the Wulqi'e Ketema side, is substituted, but he's done his job. In the 89th minute, he can say he played the full time. And he allows Ahmed Hussein to come into the field of play. And we are hoping that Ahmed will do well for the side as well, to complement what has been done by Fireu Solomon. Also, just to give him a little bit of playing time as well. Comes back to the defense of the Wulqi'e side. Ahmed Hussein automatically starts up striking so hard, but I'm wondering why the other player was not supporting him. He tried to give him a pass, he moved away from the pass. Look at it, gave him a back heel as well, didn't go into the back heel.
Well, a very interesting sub there. You would expect that when you're leading 2-1 with 1 minute to the clock, you'd bring in a defender. But again, they pull out a striker and put in another striker, meaning that they're not done with this game.
No. And I think they also say the best way to defend is to attack. So they have probably brought in their best defender by bringing in their best attacker, who's really hustling up front, Ahmed Hussein. He's got some good work ethic, and he's working very hard on that side. This guy, Biranu, brings in the cross here. Mengistu was going for it. He'll be penalized for a foul. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to be for the Wulqi'e City. Just about 3 minutes of 3 minutes of added time remaining. And you can see Mengistu challenging. 2 defenders are sandwiching him in there, making sure that he's not going to be making any move there. And one of them is just pushing on his back on the Wulqi'e side, Dagim Neguse. But If there's anyone who wants the ball up at the front, it's Ahmed Hussein. And he's called for it. Maybe Yared Tadesse would have helped him.
Picked up by Ramadan. No.
It's in the midfield for the Wulqi'te City side. And tired legs at the moment will be showing very easily in the second kickoff of the afternoon. That's a foul in just pushing behind there. It comes from a man who's so used to doing these things, Idris Said, in jersey 8 for the Walaita Dicha side.
This one
It's been kept into play. They would say it will get a corner. Those are his boys, you know. They're saying, yeah, you did right to bring it back. Those are definitely his boys. From Wulqi'te, just about 200 kilometers southeast of Addis Ababa. And with the neighboring Walaita 250 kilometers away in the same direction, this qualifies to be the derby of the southeast. And it's being massively run by Wulqi'te Keteba. 2 goals at the moment. And with only added time that we are playing here, it's expected that they will be running away with this one. In fact, if they don't do anything with this move, the Walaita Dicha side, then you can as well count this as 3 points for Wulqi'te. Because the time is quickly running out. Negash with a hard tackle. It's going to be a foul that will be given to Wulqi'te. Negash will get in trouble. The referee has called him to the scene of crime here, in which he has tackled the defender very hard. And Tegai Birhanu is the man who was brought down, but Negash has been yellow carded. He's going very hard all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, dangerous play, Bernard. Dangerous play on Negash, but he's happy. He's happy that this game has been called to an end, Bernard.
Yep, it's come to the end with the yellow card going on Negash as well. But the scoreline remaining firmly in favor of Yared Tadesse and the Wulqi'te Keteba side. But this man should have come in earlier on, in my opinion. The striker in jersey 10, Ahmed Hussein, for the Wulqi'te side. He's a hustler up front. Could have been able to do very well for his side. But then you work with what you've got. For the Walaita, for the Wulqi'te coach, he's very happy about what he's taken today. For the Walaita Dicha coach, he probably is going to look at what he has done, because that's his third game. He lost the first one, won the second one, and now he's lost the third one. It's going to be on and off for the Walaita Dicha side. But for the Wulqi'te Keteba side, they drew the first one, drew the second one, and now they win the third one. They will be having 5 points to their credit today, and they can sing and dance all the way for 250 kilometers as they head towards Wulqi'te in the southeast of Ethiopia. Final scoreline from Addis Ababa: Walaita 1, Tadesse makes it Wulqi'te 2 at full time.
ያሬድ ታደሰ ዛሬ 2 ጎሎችን አስቆጥሯል። በጎሎች ደግሞ ወልቂጤ ከተማ አሸንፏል። ምን ተሰማ?
በጣም ነው ደስ ያለኝ በኔ ጎል በማሸነፋችን። ግን ያው የሁላችንም ውጤት ስለሆነ በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል።
የመጀመሪያው ጎል ከረጅም ርቀት የተገኘች ሹት ምት ነበረችና ለየት ያለች ጎል ነች ከሁለቱ ላንተ?
አዎ በጣም አሪፍ ጎል ነች። ከርቀት ነው የተገኘችው እና አሪፍ ጎል ነች ለኔ ብዬ አስባለሁ።
ጎል ካስቆጠርክ በኋላ ያሳያቸው ምልክቶች ነበሩ። መልእክት አለው?
ያው ይቅርብኝ።
የወልቂጤ ከተማ ጋር የውድድር ዘመኑ ምን ማሳካት ትፈልጋለህ? በግልህም በቡድንም?
የተሻለ ከቲሙ ጋር የተሻለ ነገር ዋንጫ የፉክክር ውስጥ ገብተን ዋንጫ ለማንሳት እንሞክራለን። እኔም በግሌ የምችለውን ያክል እስካሁን የተሻለ ነገር ለማድረግ አቅጃለሁ።
ያሬድ ታደሰ ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ።
እኔም በጣም አመሰግናለሁ።
አሰልጣኝ ነጋረገ በውድድር ዘመኑ የመጀመሪያው 3 ነጥብ አግኝታችኋል። እንዴት ነበር ጨዋታው?
ያው ጨዋታው እንዳያችሁት ትንሽ ጠንከር ያለ ጨዋታ ነው። እነሱ ከማሸነፍ ነው የመጡት። እኛ ደግሞ የመጀመሪያ 3 ነጥብ ለማግኘት በጫና ውስጥ ሆነን ነው ጨዋታውን የጀመርነው። ያሰብነውን እንቅስቃሴ በሜዳ ላይ አድርገናል ብዬ ባላስብም በእለቱ ግን ልጆቹ ከፍተኛ ተጋድሎ አድርገው ያስመዘገቡት 3 ነጥብ እጅግ የሚያስደስት ነው።
በሁለቱም ጎሎች ላይ ያሬድ ታደሰ ጎል በማስቆጠር በእንቅስቃሴዎቹም ላይ ተሳትፎ ነበረው። የእለቱ ኮከብ ነበር ማለት እንችላለን።
እውነት ነው። እንቅስቃሴው ላይ ሁሉም የአማካይም ተከላካይም ሆነ ፊት ላይ ያሳለፍናቸው ልጆች የሚችሉትን ጥረት አድርገዋል። ስንገባም ኦፌንሲቭ ሚድፊልደሮች ወደ ውስጥ በጥልቀት እየገቡ ቲሙን እንዲያግዙ ሶስተኛው የሜዳ ክፍል ላይ በሰው ቁጥር በስተን ለመገኘት ነበር ጥረት ስናደርግ የነበረው። ያም ተሳክቶ እንግዲህ የተገኘውን ኳስ ወደ ጎል መቀየር ችለናል። ሆኖም ግን በ90 ደቂቃ ውስጥ መጫወት የፈለግነውን ያህል ተጫውተናል ብለን አናስብም። ጎሎችንም ካገባን በኋላ መደጋገም የምንችልባቸው አጋጣሚዎች ነበሩ። እነዛን አልተጠቀምንም። እንደገና ይዘነው የነበረውን ጨዋታ ደግሞ መልቀቅ ይታይ ነበር። በእንቅስቃሴው ሂደት ውስጥ በተለይ ወደ መጨረሻዎቹ ደቂቃዎች ረጃጅም ኳሶች ከኛ ይወጡ ነበር። የማንፈልገው እንድንጫወትም ይዘነው ያልገባ ነው እንትን ነው። ይሄ ያው ውጤቱን ከመፈለግ ልጆቹ ጫና ውስጥ የገቡበት ሁኔታ ነው ያለው። ይሄን እንረዳዋለን። በቀጣይ አስተካክለን እንቀርባለን።
ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ። አሰልጣኝ እንደሌለኝ ጨዋታው 2-1 በሆነ ውጤት በወልቂጤ አሸናፊነት ተጠናቋል። እንዴት ነበር 90 ደቂቃው?
ያው 90 ደቂቃውን እንዳያችሁት ያው እኔ በሁለት ነው የምከፍለው። በመጀመሪያው 45 ላይ ለመጫወት ሙከራ አርገን ኳሱን ይዘን ለመውጣት ሙከራ ስናደርግ ተጭነውን ሲጫወቱም ነበር። ያም ደግሞ ወደ ሌላ ጨዋታ እንድንገባ ያው አስበንም ነው የመጣ ነው። ከተፈቀደልን እንጫወታለን ግን ተጭነውን ሲጫወቱ ስለነበረ በረጃጅም ኳሶች መውጣት ጀምረን ነበር። ያው በመከላከል ስህተት የመጀመሪያው ጎል ገባብን። የተወሰነ መደናገጦች ቲሙ ላይ አይቻለሁ። ያው ሁለተኛው 45 ላይ በተወሰነ እንቅስቃሴ ለውጥም አድርገናል። የሲስተሙንም በመቀየር ከፊት ለፊት ልጆችን በመጨመር ቶሎ ጎሎች ላይ ለመድረስ ሙከራ አድርገናል። ጎልም አግኝተናል። ነገር ግን ያው ከሽንፈት የታደገን ጎል አይደለም ያስባል።
አሰልጣኝ እንደሌለኝ ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ።
I think the coaches have captured the game quite aptly in what they have said, and maybe the statistics will also capture this as well. So from the goal attempts, Gilbert, which was 16 in total, how would you say it panned out with the ones on target and the goals scored as well?
Well, 8 shots on target. Walaita out of the 2, they scored 1, but Wulqi'e out of the 6, they only managed to score 2. Bernard, lot of fouls that have been game, and
that's the attack analysis as
well.
well.
From the right hand side, you see Wulqi'e had most of the attacks on the right hand side, as compared to Walaita, who had a lot of attacks on the left hand side through one.
So Walaita used 58 on the left side and only 26 on the right side. And again, for the Wulqi'e, there's only like 67% of the time in which they attacked. I think it captures the story of the game very, very aptly. Now, this is what is happening now. Today's matches, of course, Chima Batifar losing by 1 goal to 4, and that was against Fasil City. And then the Walaita Dicha game has ended in favor of Wulqi'e. 1 for Walaita and 2 for Wulqi'e. There are going to be more matches being played tomorrow, but then we'll probably be looking at the log now. Wulqi'e are now 5th from where they were earlier on in the 9th position. One win lifts them further up with 5 points. And you see where Walaita Dicha are now in the 9th position from the 7th. They drop because of all the other matches that were played as well. So it's a battle to try and see who's going up and who's going down, depending on whether you get the 3 points or you get 1 point or you get no point at all in this one. Now, Monday, live for you on your World of Champions. There will be a double header against Better City versus St. George starting at 9:45 a.m. in the morning. And then Awassa City will play Ethiopia Coffee. That's at 2:45 p.m. for your build-up. There'll be other matches, of course, being played over the weekend. The log will have changed somewhat by the time we get to this one on Monday. And that's because there's going to be a Christmas break for us. We'll be much happier to tell you, Melkam Gena. Well, that's a Merry Christmas to you. And see you on Monday as well. And thank you for your company. Goodbye for now.